Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened one. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes for ourselves to be very clear with the practice we do here. So, when it comes to meditation, there is one part of mindfulness, it's called mindfulness of absence. So whatever not there, you become mindful about it. So when it comes to mindfulness, what is mindfulness? Being aware what is coming to the present moment or what is coming to the mind is mindfulness. And to get into that, recognize that, you have to slowly observe in the present moment whatever the experience that you go through. So in that way, with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind, you always capable to connect it to the perception. So recognizing that, being aware about it is one thing. So it related to the mind also, form, feeling, perception, volition, and recognition. So that recognition with whatever you experience with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind is the mindfulness. And it will help you to develop a very skillful mind. So by the time what happens, you become very clear with the moment of experience. And once you become very clear with the moment of experience, the very nature of the mindfulness is whatever you see, hear, smell, taste, feel, or even think. If you really see it with very clear mind, what happens, you are capable to experience that moment without attachment. So you attach means you are not experiencing the whatever you perceive itself, because the attachment come out of the inner desire. So then that's mean the inner desire or the wanting overtake the moment of experience. That is where the attachment comes. So otherwise, if you have very clear mind with the moment of experience, then you experience it, but there is no attachment. So that is the way that the mindfulness bring the freedom to you. So then there is nothing to detach, nothing to let go. Why? Because the moment of experience itself detach. Another thing is what you experience, it's going to become very clear. So out of that, you recognize what it is. And you recognize things as it is. And then that will take you to know how it came to be as it is. So then just imagine, without seeing anything as it is, how you can understand how it come to be as it is. So that's why that sometimes once our desires overtake the moment of experience, with that our deeper thought patterns, we can't go into see the nature of any experience. So in the very beginning, we have to develop this being aware about what is coming to our mind. And once you have it, then it calls sati. And then another one is called asati. Asati means unmindfulness, forgetting. It's kind of like a, for the mindfulness, another meaning is remembering. It's like a memorizing. It's like you know what you experience. And asati means you forget. So that also become a kind of like a meditation technique by the time if you can develop. So because that what you forget, if you recognize, that recognition will help you to replace that what is not there. So as example, just imagine you go somewhere and then you start to meet people and keep talking. And then you keep telling lies. So that's mean what? Truth is not there. And then you recognize the truth is not there. That recognition will bring the truth to that place. So keep practice meditation and mind go here and there. And then you recognize you are not mindful. That recognition, that not mindful, that understanding will bring the mindfulness to that moment. So otherwise, rather than becoming worried, sad, disappointed, just imagine maybe you think, just holding the posture sometimes. Maybe you feel sleepy. So that sleepy means your awareness is not there. It is not available. So once you recognize you are sleepy and the awareness is not there, that recognition will replace the awareness to that place. So asati is unmindfulness. Also, another way become the mindfulness. So knowingly that what is absent, what is not there, will help you to bring it there. And then if you become skillful, because most of the time we are skillful to get what is there. what we have. And sometimes when we hold it to what we have no power to see what we don't have. But here, in day-to-day life, you can develop when you become mindful about you, and you have to look into your life and see what is not there. And maybe you have the laziness. So that means you don't have the effort. So once you recognize what will happen, it will bring the effort. But the thing is this, most of the time we try to, read books and listening to talks, Dharma talks and other motivational talks, and, watch documentaries and go here and there. But we don't recognize what is lack within us. We just hold it to whatever we have. So then you keep repeating. So when it comes to change, there are two ways. One is you can have a development. The same person as who you are, you can develop. So that also a change. That change is more popular in the world. Development. So the same thing and you bringing more and more around that what you know. And then by the time it's going to become more bigger, and then you think you have the change. You know more things now. And that is what we do. And even the thief, just imagine that today I steal $1 and then I become a thief with that $1. And then I can become advanced within another year. I become a gangster and I go and rob the banks, and I get more people around me. So like that. So you can develop the whatever who you are. So that also a change. But we here focus to transform. So from this place, you completely go into different person. Not that things that you carry within yourself. Can you completely build up a different version? If you are greedy, can you completely go to the generosity rather than developing that greediness? If you are angry, can you drop it and go to the loving kindness or the compassion rather than developing the anger? So developing that, maybe you get angry and then you collect the husband or the wife with you and brothers, sisters, and whole the family start to hate whatever you hate. And then maybe your children start to hate what you hate. See, that we develop that, the anger within us. But how about you have the anger and you transform it to loving kindness? And the wisdom the same, the ignorance the same. The ignorance, sometimes we become more and more and more ignorance by the time. And we become more ignorance than the last year sometimes. Why? Because we develop that. So we don't want that kind of change. We need the transformation. From here, you go into a different level. So in that way, the journey that we go is the most important, not the destination. So the journey has different things that you can experience. So mindfulness of absence is the one thing that you experience through the journey. And always you recognize what is not there. So that will help you to not to develop the same person, but to transform you to to something new. So when it comes to that, if you don't have the loving kindness, generosity, compassion, wisdom, so that kind of skillful things, profitable things, once you recognize, that recognition will bring it to that place. And when it comes to the meditation, even awareness, effort, mindfulness, strength, so those are important fundamental qualities with your practice. So when you keep practice, if you recognize that what is lack within you, and it will replace there. And that is one thing. And other one is the same time that whatever there, you have to stop attending. What does that mean? So the stop attending means, just imagine you can practice meditation. Now that you feel sleepy, tired. So once you see, you should not go with that. You should not, your awareness should not attend to that sleepiness. You stay away from that. And that also will help you to get out of the situation. Because what happens is, when it comes to the greediness, maybe we recognize the greediness, but if you are not attending to that, then it's going to be okay. But what happens, we become greedy and we are attending with the greediness. We interfere with the bodily, verbally, mentally actions with the greediness. So you recognizing ignorance, but if you are recognized, don't attend with the ignorance, with your bodily, verbally, mentally actions. So in that very level, you have to step back. So there in jungle, sometimes if the tigers, lions, keep chasing one animal, maybe a deer or cow or bull, or kind of like that, the animal can run fast. All other animals keep looking at it and keep looking at it, but they are not attending to that. They know the fear and they stay away, and that doesn't mean they're going to accept that what is happening. No, but still, even though that all the animal have the fear and not accepting what is happening there, they are just keep watching what is happening. So they are not interfering. So like that, not attending is a kind of like that. When it comes to your mind, with your all in day-to-day activities, even especially with your mind, because when it comes to 4 foundations, contemplate on the sensation, Vedana Anupassana, contemplate on the body, Kaya Anupassana, and contemplate on the mind. Dhamma, the recognizing the mind. Become mindful of mind. So it's a 24/7, every time it is there with you. Thoughts going to be there with you. So recognizing the thoughts in that very moment is important. But most of the time, what happened to us, we have the thoughts, and then later we recognize we had that thought. No, in the moment you have to have that thought in you, and even it is related to greed, hatred, and the delusion, you should not attend to that thought. So that is why when it comes to the contemplate on the mind, And it always take you to the deeper level of your thoughts to see from where it comes. So that is the second one. So the first one, see the absence. And once you recognize what is absent, the seeing that recognition itself will bring the whatever missing. So the second one, so whatever they are, you see it, but you're not going to attend to that. Third one, so whatever they are, greed, hatred, delusion, anger, and you have to see the danger of it rather than appreciating it. You have to see the danger. And even that you are not angry, if you know the danger of the anger, when you get angry, it will help you to reduce the anger, or sometimes you're not going to get angry. So when you have time, know the danger of, so when we go to school, universities, through the culture, tradition, and in our society, we learn in many ways. Before you do something, what will happen if we do that? So knowingly that will help you to prevent from unnecessary difficulties. So that also part of mindfulness. So when you know, oh, if I become angry, it is not even for this time period. Maybe my whole this life going to become difficult and angry, and it is a punishment for me. When we get angry, the very thing is, so maybe someone else do something and we get mad, disappointed, and it is a punishment for me. So once I recognize that, it helped me to not to get angry. So like that, when it is absent, when it is not there, so whatever the unskillful state of mind, you have to reflect on it, and you have to know what are the outcome or the danger. So while you're angry, you can't do this. While you have the greediness, you can't do it. When you have the greediness, what you can do not to attend to that, but to know the danger, to understand the danger, you have to know it before you get into the anger, before you get into the hatred, before you get into the ignorance. You should know the danger of power of ignorance. And that will help you to slowly reduce the power of it. And if you can maintain that, little by little, your awareness, the understanding about the mind and recognizing the nature of thoughts becomes so strong and clear, and that clarity will help you to understand when the moment of experience come to you. But remember always, even though that whatever the perception that we receive, it all going to depend on according to the condition of your mind. So these three skills will help you to brush up, clean, sharp, make it strong, and have a very vivid mind within yourself, always. It's not only for the time of meditation, anywhere, at any time, you can see your thoughts. So when you see your thoughts, you can apply that whatever the necessary. So if it is absent, like as example, when you're driving, sometimes other people remind us, don't look here and there, So sometimes other people are sleepy. So when you're driving, if you know you are not aware what will happen, then it will. So then when you're cooking, so if you know what you're doing, then it will help you to do that, whatever the activities to, and get the best out of it. So like that, in day-to-day life, you have to apply it to your own life and see what you, so then the whole life kind of like become like a meditation. That is why the journey that you experience, not the destination, the journey become more beautiful for you. Each and every moment, any situation, in any place, is a moment of opportunity for you to brush up. And maybe you have a conversation. Maybe you get angry, and then recognizing that anger, then you recognize there is no compassion. So bring in that very moment, you bring the compassion. So without a conversation, maybe you not go, you are just yourself, you're going to be very comfortable, very good, and you don't see what is inside. You don't see the snake. You don't see the dark side. Sometimes with we go with the face value, but end of the day, we know maybe something else is there. So that's why. So whatever you do, always look what is not there, bring it. And then the second one, if you see unskillful, unprofitable thoughts there related to greed, hatred, the anger, disappointment, unhappiness, sadness, worry, fear, so that kind of, don't attend to that. And then other time when you, calm, relax, resting, and maybe while watching TV or, listening to something, and maybe you hear news, so then you can see the danger. So recognize that, reflect on it. And that way, you don't escape from because nowadays when it come to this machines, technology, it really affect for the people. So we had a time, we didn't see computers, we didn't see TVs, we didn't see electricity. We used to just live with, we used to meditate with in our meditation center, they had only candles. When we go there, they give us a candle. So we have to take care of that candle, maybe only few hours we burn it. And we don't just allow, keep it burning. No, we take care of it. And so we used to live with very less facilities. There was no internet. There was no iPhone. But now children, they don't know that. Without cell phone, without iPad, computer, without electricity, without Wi-Fi, they can't live. Even they can't understand how to live without Wi-Fi, without, YouTube. Because they're born with the part, it took it as a part of life, that kind of things. So nothing wrong. It's going to be like that. And in the future, things going to come like that way. And now after a few generations, this life going to be completely different. And even at that time, this anything not going to be here like this. So we can't escape from life. And children, they can't escape from this environment. Then how they're going to learn? How they're going to pace for the life? So we don't need to go in that way. We don't need to tell, oh, it is bad, take it out. Oh, no, no. But if we can use it to see the skillful information, and if we can see what is missing and what is lacking there, what is absent there, that will help to replace it inside us. So that is how we can use this whole thing rather than reject it. So even that, whatever there, if you can see it without attending, without taking as a kind of like a personal experience, you watch something without attending, and that will help to gain something and go the journey. So that's why in your life, in day-to-day life, it is just not only sitting and practice in each and everywhere, and seeing your mind and dealing with your mind is the highest skill. So even yourself, you have to know there is an unknown, unseen part in your mind. Maybe you just hold it to thoughts. Thoughts are kind of like, on the surface level of waves. You don't see the current. So this sitting meditation will help you to get access to that current. But in day-to-day life, that when you do things, always remember that use the skill to be mindful. And then whatever they are, and that doesn't mean you're going to have 100% that supernatural lifestyle, no. Maybe you're not going to have a kind of like a very good lifestyle. No, it is nothing to do with good or the bad or the right or the wrong. So whatever they are, because we have no power over mind as ordinary people. So then use these three techniques, and then by the time you will see that whatever they are, then it is okay. But most of the time we try to control the mind. Who we are to control the mind? How you can control it? And after you control, what will happen to it? It's not like this. So that's why bringing the wisdom path and understanding and dealing with your wisdom is totally different than something controlling. So in that 3 steps, and when you see, so whatever the condition of mind, it doesn't matter, angry, hatred, jealousy, it is there. You see, or loving kindness not there, compassion not there, effort not there. So awareness not there, you bring it. And maybe you have the strong greediness. Let it be, but don't attain to that. You have the anger, let it be, but don't attend to it. Because when you not attend to any kind of thought patterns, it's going to become weaker. So that's why rather than, if you try to struggle with the thoughts, then it's kind of like going to have a boxing fight inside your head, because there's something, there's something you don't know, then how? It doesn't work. So let it be, but don't attend. Another thing is, out of any information, see the danger. See the danger. Again and again and again, see the danger. So that way, you will see, in any situation, you get the best out of it and transform yourself, not to build up who you are, not to develop your same version to higher level. No, you transform. That is what we need. That is what the world needs. So then yourself, bring that ability to inside deeper and have a journey. And so when you have that ability, And each and every step in this journey, you will be happy, and it's going to become beautiful journey for you. So that is what with this all the spiritual practice, you have to experience. Otherwise, don't escape from life. Where are you going to go after you escaping? Don't criticize all these, bad things. You can't. You just criticizing bad, it's not going to disappear. It's going to become more stronger. Don't afraid for life. If you become afraid for life, the fear going to overtake you. Everywhere you're going to be fear. You can't. And don't try to change the life, yourself or others. You can't. Who can change? Who changed the world? More look at the world more than any other time. We have informations, wisdom, knowledge everywhere. Out of science, out of this technology. More than any other time, you have access, the ability to access to wisdom, knowledge. But who changed? Do you think you change? No, you try to get that information and you become more bigger version of the same you. That's what everywhere happening. You have a little bit this much ego and use this all the information, you going to build up a huge mountain of ego. You have this little bit anger, using this all the informations, you build up more powerful, strong anger. No, don't go that way. But it's going to be in the world. No, we can't take it out. It's going to be there. But we have to be wise to take the Buddha's path, the transformation, not to develop the same version of you. Look what you're missing so far in your life. And then start to build it, plant it, put the seed. Just putting a seed enough for you. Don't try to, these huge trees doesn't appear within overnight. No. It takes time. It takes time. We are human. We are human beings. All this life experience came to you not overnight. Through the life, through the journey that you experience. Take it easy. Even when you practice meditation, don't do it kind of like a military, course. No. You're dealing with the mind. So when you deal with the mind, just be mindful. That's it. That's it. So that is what you need. So that's why learn little by little. Be matured with the practice. Be matured. Don't try to develop any dogmas or any wrong ideas, or don't hold the Dharma from the wrong place. It's like a snake will bite you and your whole life going to destroy. You become like a Dharma zombie. That is what, everything, you look like everything impermanent, everything dukkha, so kind of like that. What a life, what a Dharma is that? Who going to follow that? That's why most of time when people talk with the people practice meditation, other people get depressed. Most of the young people don't get into, they don't get this. Like, as children us, we went to temple. When we go to temple, we used to play. We didn't meditate. We used to play. And we used to, climb to all the trees. And wherever, food, we go and eat. Most of the time we used to go to temple to eat, But by the time we became very familiar with the environment. But look now, These children, they don't come. They don't come to temple that much. Why? They get depressed. you know, because the monk is like a long pace, meditation. Oh, people can't, children can't run, or children can't laugh. It's kind of like a different planet. It's kind of like a, unnatural life. Remember, that way, you can't find the Dharma. Be natural, deeper in you, be natural, but recognize what is there, let it be. If you, that whatever, even the greed, anger, it's there. You don't see the reason even, from where it comes, you don't know. Then how you can take it out? How you can say as a mantra, I'm not going to angry, I'm not going to angry, or maybe you start to count 1 to 10 when you get angry. It doesn't work. But you see that seeing itself become mindful, you don't attend. And that way, your awareness becomes sharper. So try these 3 things, and then you will see that your journey going to become more powerful. It gives a more strength, and your journey going to become more strong, and at the same time you are capable to experience the life. You open to life, you enjoy life. Why? Because nothing wrong. You available to any situation, in any moment, in anywhere, with anything, but your mindfulness is sharp. How about that? So with that, let's get into practice a little bit. Okay, your right palm on your left and neck, head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. When it happens through the sensation, recognize it, do nothing extra. At the same time, see what is not there, and whatever unskillful thoughts, don't attend to that, and be with the sensation. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy. Without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ettavata chammi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya imaya dhammanu dhamma padipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi Addaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam paribunjisami Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.